Hi everyone, this is Kim Wrench, the Middle School ELA Facilitator for Fargo Public Schools. I am also the Gifted Services Facilitator for Ben Franklin and Discovery Middle Schools. If you're viewing this in July, I'm on vacation and can't be there with you, but you are in good hands and you can always email me with questions and I'll answer you when I get back. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to some resources and information to help you get started with your work in the district. Information has been divided into the following three categories: standards-based learning, some things we do here in the district, and resources that are available to you. Let's start with standards-based learning. Fargo Public Schools takes the idea of standards-based learning so seriously that we even have a director of standards-based education. That's Jodelle Teichen, who leads the facilitator team, of which I am a part. Here's a quick review of what it means to be standards-based. First, we start with the standards to tell us what our students should know and be able to do. Then we ask, what will it look like when students meet that standard, and create an assessment based on your answer. To ensure that students are progressing toward mastery of the standard, we use formative assessments to monitor frequently. Be sure to invite students to self-assess too. That's a really powerful learning activity that we don't use enough. Secondary ELA teachers will want to pay attention to two sets of standards: the North Dakota State Standards, also called the Common Core State Standards, and the 21st Century Skills, or 4 C's: communication, creative thinking, critical thinking, and collaboration. You can find the state standards in a couple of places: by going to the Core Standards website, which is listed up on the top of the screen there, or by using the Align, Assess, Achieve flipbook that I'll tell you more about in the next slide. The 4 C's rubrics can be found by following the directions listed on the slide. You go to the Employee Portal, then on the left-hand side find the Teaching and Learning tab, and then look for 21C rubrics under Instructional Technology in that column. Note that the metro area, West Fargo, Moorhead, and Fargo, have all worked together to create common 4 C's rubrics. The Align, Assess, Achieve flipbooks are all the same color for English Language Arts. If you replaced a teacher, you should have this book in your classroom. If you don't, please check with your department chair or contact me to send you one. Just a note, we've had to order a few more this summer, so it might take a little bit to get you a copy. We do have a set of writing rubrics aligned with the state standards. They are under construction, so expect something new this school year. In the meantime, follow the directions on the slide to get to the current set. You don't have to use every row of the rubrics with every assignment. For example, let's say you just want to spend time focusing on writing a concluding paragraph or concluding sentence. Just pick out the row of the rubric that is concerned with the concluding statement or paragraph. Now let's talk about some things we do here in the district. First of all, we'll talk about gradual release of responsibility, and then I'll tell you about a couple of other things that have been around for a while, and then one that is a little bit new on the horizon. First thing you want to know about is a gradual release of responsibility. Use this anytime the thinking is new for students. It helps them learn how to perform a task when a teacher models the thinking someone successfully accomplishing the task will undergo. If you're interested in seeing a teacher use a gradual release, please contact me and we can talk. Why don't you pause the slide here and take a look and read about the 4 different steps of the gradual release. RDF writing is done primarily at the middle level, but high school teachers might find it an easy way to have students build paragraphs. Students should be fairly comfortable writing RDF paragraphs coming out of the middle schools. RDF stands for Reasons, Details, and Facts. Paragraphs should have a combination of these to support the topic sentence. This flexible paragraph structure is useful for both argumentative writing and for informative writing. You can see the parts listed on the slide. Next, we'll take a look at a really simple example of an RDF paragraph. The older your students are, of course, the more complex their ideas and their writing will become. Feel free to pause the video here and read through this paragraph. See if you can spot all the parts of an RDF paragraph. Another area we're putting our energy into here in Fargo is the use of interim assessments. which we analyze through the ASW, or Analysis of Student Work process. Interim assessments are created by groups of teachers, either at the district level, let's say all 7th grade language arts teachers, or at the building level, you and your grade alike or course alike partner or partners. The purpose of interim assessments is to measure students' growth toward a standard. Analysis of student work is a protocol you use to examine the results of the assessment. It calls for you to sort student work into categories like not meeting the standard, meeting the standard, or above standard. Then you determine needs of students and ways to meet those needs. You can view a video that takes you through the ASW process by following the directions on the screen to get into the employee portal. Now let's talk about the resources you have available to you. The 4 areas we'll cover are workspaces, pacing guides, textbooks, and novels. Let's take a look first at workspaces. This is a digital place to hold a course's common documents, shared assignments, lesson plans, and more. Go into the hub by following the directions on the screen. Log in using your usual FPS login and password. Once you're logged in, select Workspaces in the top black bar. It's over toward the right-hand side. Then from the drop-down menu that you'll see there, it'll pop up, select your content area and grade level. Like the writing rubrics, our workspaces are works in progress. For now, middle school teachers, when you click on your grade level or your content area, you'll go into our middle school ELA site on the employee portal. That includes my blog. It also includes a list of resources that you could use, websites where you can find free text, some other resources that help you understand the Common Core state standards better. So I encourage you to go into your workspaces, select your content area, and then see what that website has to show you. High school teachers, your link in your workspaces is likely missing or not working. When they are done, though, you'll be able to access your course sites complete with standards and shared documents. There are some things in the employee portal that you might find helpful, so find them by following the directions on this slide. Middle school language arts teachers have pacing guides available to them. The purpose of pacing guides is not to dictate every minute of your teaching plan. Instead, they are meant to give you some direction when you are planning your upcoming units and lessons. On the guides, D will stand for day, so you might see D1, D2, that just means days. TA is a think aloud, TT is a think together, GP is guided practice, and I or IP means independent practice. Hopefully those sound familiar because they are the 4 steps of the gradual release of responsibility. See the directions on this slide for getting to the pacing guides. High school language arts teachers, you might want to check out these pacing guides too, just to get a sense for what the students who are coming to you are learning. All right, let's talk about textbooks next. It's really important to know textbooks are seen as resources where teachers can find texts that students read to make progress toward the standards. We are not textbook based, we're standards based. So again, these textbooks are resources for you to go to. You'll select the standard, you'll say, okay, how do I want my students to meet the standard? Then you find the text. Grade 6 teachers, you will have access to the Reader's Journey. It's full of all sorts of great little short texts. Grade 7 and 8 teachers, you just adopted collections. Yours will look slightly different from the one on the screen here because each grade level has a different visual image on their book, but they are all black like that with the white collections word. Just know that those are a work in progress for us as well. We just got them in the middle of this last school year to replace or to complement our old textbooks, which were 21 years old at the time that we added collections. We have hung on to a few of those because those old textbooks still have some really great texts in them, and we can use those for practice or for assessment to monitor our students and making sure that they're making growth in the mastery of the standards. And then high school teachers, your books should look something like this, but your department chair will be able to share more information with you. Here are some things that you should know about using novels here in Fargo. First, we usually purchase novels over the summer. If you want to order a new novel, you must fill out a request form, and don't expect to get it during the current school year. It's pretty rare that that would happen. Your library media specialist can help you with that request form. Each novel, as well as any videos we use, for any instructional purpose, needs a rationale, so you'll be prompted to turn one in with your request. Rationales can be emailed to Connie Deutsch upon completion. In the next slide, I'll show you where to find the rationales and the sacred novel list. To find rationales, completed rationales, and the sacred reading list, follow these steps. Your library media specialist will be your best resource when you have questions about novels, videos, or rationales. High school language arts teachers, it would be a really good idea for you to check in with your high school's department chair if you haven't already. That's the person who can get you started with more resources and documents that you should know about as you plan the beginning of the school year. Middle school teachers, contact me anytime at the email address or phone number you see above. High school teachers are welcome to contact me too. I probably just won't know as much as your department chairs. Have fun planning, good luck with the new school year, and have a great school year.